That's far enough, folks. This is police business.
Police business, my foot. That's my husband you're manhandling.
Augusta, Lionel's under arrest.
It's all right, Augusta. I can handle this. You see, in order to beat the Capwells, you have to get down in the sewer with them and roll around.
Unless the prisoner would prefer to be gagged, I'd suggest he keep his thoughts to himself.
Oh, bring on your gag, by all
Daddy,
means.
please don't make it any worse.
Honey, I don't think it gets much worse.
Christmas Eve. Night of his greatest triumph. You really are a low form of vermin.
Personally, I'd like to know what the charge is specifically, Mr. Prosecutor.
How about robbery, possession of stolen goods, withholding evidence, and if you keep up this petulant attitude, resisting arrest.
So it's true.
Yeah, I think we can look forward to a speedy trial and conviction. How does 5 to 10 sound, Lionel?
Well, personally, I'm not going to say any more until I talk to my lawyer. Especially with him around. You know, I knew that there was a reason you were in the audience tonight. You just had to see the show, didn't you, Cece?
Hell, if I had known that this was going to happen, I think I would have tried to get better seats. I'm sorry you're not going to be able to read more from your logbook.
Yeah, that reminds me. Augusta, you get a hold of the museum director. I want all the contents of this safe, including the logbook, secured in a secure room here at the museum. That means a 24-hour guard. I'm entrusting the collection to you, right?
Don't worry, darling. Nothing will be touched.
All right, and have the cars brought around right away.
They're right up front, sir.
Thanks.
Wait a minute. Where are you taking him?
Where do you think?
It's Christmas Eve.
No, look, this isn't fair.
Look, Lincoln.
Leave me alone. Look, he has rights. You can't just come in and put handcuffs on someone.
You can if they're suspected of committing a crime.
He's done nothing. He's innocent.
Mason, you found some things. Now, this doesn't mean he's guilty.
Ted, you stay out of this.
Out of the way.
That's enough of this. Let's take the prisoner away, please. Excuse me.
Please, he's innocent.
All right, darling. They're not going to hurt me. And don't go getting yourself into trouble, okay?
It's not fair. You haven't done anything.
Well, I know that. I'll be out at midnight, I promise.
Lionel, your car is waiting.
Oh, thank you. So, look. That's the man. Well, stop it.
What man?
That man with a beard.
Nice try, Lionel, but those tactics went the way of the Late Show.
Mason, I'm not joking. That is the man that was framing me. Now stop him! Come on!
Could we all stand back and give the prisoner some room, please?
Mason. Yes, Mason, please. Can I have a moment alone with my husband?
Augusta, you've already had plenty of time with
I
him.
mean, alone, in private. Please.
All right. 1 minute.
It's the coins.
So it seems.
We both know that Warren took them.
Watch what you say in front of them.
Lionel. What are we going to do?
We're going to keep that little bit of information to ourselves.
For how long?
Indefinitely.
Oh, Lionel, we can't.
Come on, Augusta. Stiff upper lip. These are Capwells watching. We don't want them to think that anything phases us.
All right, I'll try.
Do that. Tell Warren I want to see him right away tonight, got it?
Yes.
Okay, good girl. Now, Mason, let's go see this 3-star jail of yours, huh?
No, none of that. It's all right. It's all right. Everything's going to be all right. Your father's been in worse situations.
It's Christmas.
He'll be out in time. It's all right.
Lincoln.
Leave me alone.
Are you sure?
Yes. Just leave me alone, okay?
I don't think so. Find out.
Dan?
Excuse me?
Mason, I knew you said you had a little surprise prepared, but I didn't realize it was going to be this grand.
Unfortunately, I couldn't have it wrapped and put under the Christmas tree.
I don't suppose you could tell me what this is all about.
We found Lionel with stolen goods and his house searched earlier this morning.
What kind of goods?
Some articles that were stolen from your house several years ago.
The gold coins? That Lionel stole the coins?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that at the present time until I've interrogated the suspect.
Now, Mason, if those things belong to me, I have a right to know what they were.
Now, I said they were stolen from your house. That doesn't mean they belong to you.
They were the coins. Sophia's coins.
I'll call you later when I know something, Dad.
Mason, this doesn't make any difference, you know. I'm not going to change my mind about you.
Don't you mean you haven't changed your mind yet?
I don't think I'll ever change my mind. Night, Mason. Harold, Nancy, what do you think?
You must be very happy. About what? Your tactics succeeded.
I'm sorry, Augusta. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you couldn't snare Lionel one way, so you stooped to another tactic. Tell me something. What's your theory? If you can't have him, destroy him?
Any problems Lionel has gotten himself into, it's of his own doing, Augusta.
Ah, spoken like a true Capwell. Bravo!
Excuse me.
Mrs. Lockridge.
That's incredible, those old paintings. So delicate. Somehow could survive all these years.
Well, but you did see the crates. A great deal of time was put into packing them.
It's almost as if they knew that they had to survive underwater for a century. You wouldn't think that they would have gone to those precautions.
Luckily for Lionel, they did.
Yes, and unlucky for us.
You mean the logbook?
I know that book represents a historical find for you, but to the Capwells it could mean a great deal of embarrassment.
Well, from what I understand, the Capwells are now being implicated in the sinking of the ship.
You know, I can't believe that Nathaniel was as bad as Lionel was making it out.
All for the love of a woman.
What's that?
Well, what he was reading about how Nathaniel was madly in love with Amanda Lockridge. You know how it was a big, mad love triangle.
If what he was reading was actually there. You know, he's a true showman. He could have been making up all those words as he went along.
I suppose so.
If you two will excuse me, I think I'll turn in. It's been a rather exhausting evening.
Good night, Liz. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ah, Merry Christmas to you both. Good night.
Well, like she said, it's been a really exhausting evening, Daddy.
Honey, before you go, could you answer a question for me?
What's that?
Well, Augusta made an accusation tonight that you were chasing Lionel. I mean, she made the same charge a few days ago. Do you know what she meant by that?
Well, as you know, I was trying to get to the logbook before he did.
No, I mean in addition to that. She implied that there was some sort of a relationship between the two of you.
Augusta is a very suspicious, paranoid woman. I'm not having an affair with Lionel Lockridge. I never would. Lionel and I are bitter enemies. I hate him almost as much as you do.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I should never have brought it up. The whole idea is preposterous.
Look, when I fall in love with someone, it will be as someone a lot more virile than Lionel Lockridge.
And a lucky man he'll be, whoever it is.
Oh, I know who he'll be.
Oh, who?
Someone just like you. Good night. Oh, and Daddy. Merry Christmas. I love you.
Merry Christmas. I love you.